No, not yet.
It takes a second.
What up?
It takes a second.
Yo, what up?
Yo, what up? Yo, what
Yo,
up?
what up? What up? Yo. Welcome back to the Chinos show.
Yeah. Party time.
Let me adjust my camera a little bit. There we go.
No difference was made.
Welcome back, you beautiful,
Looks like the same frame.
beautiful people.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Chinos show. Coming at you on Spotify sometime in the future.
No, it's on Spotify now.
Yeah, if you're listening to us on Spotify, yeah, we're on Spotify now.
Yeah.
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 Weather's been pretty wild this week. Pretty wet and
Weather
wild.
was not wet, just wild. I mean, it's wet now.
Pretty
You know.
sure.
It's wet now.
It's gotta be wet to get wild. It's gotta be a little wet to get wild.
You saying that snow
saying.
isn't wet?
Not really.
I don't know. It is pretty
Is
wet.
ice
Snow is
wet?
kind of dry. But once it
yeah, I
melts,
guess,
once
maybe.
once it melts, it gets wet.
Yeah,
It's a
but
good
like,
question.
if you walk in snow, then your shoes are gonna get wet.
Because you're heating the snow and melting it into water. The water's wet.
And
It's been pretty dry outside. Minus the
I
snow.
don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
well,
skin's kind of
it melted.
Wet and wild, some might say.
Okay. I give up.
Who knows?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we're all Texas boys, so we've been dealing with that, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I lost 0 internet, I lost 0 power, I lost 0 water the whole time.
Yeah, me too.
So since the last time we had this podcast, I was also in this room because I had came to my parents' house for the weekend. Like I said, the weather wasn't supposed to get that bad, and we were gonna head up Sunday before all that started. A lot of people are saying like, "How did you not see this? How did you not see this, Blaine?" Well, when we went home on Friday, the forecast at the time, when we planned it on Thursday, said it said that there wasn't supposed to be any moisture, no rain, or no nothing, no snowfall, no ice, nothing on the roads by the time Sunday rolled around. It was all supposed to happen Sunday night, Sunday evening, so we were like, okay, we'll just head back Sunday morning. But yeah, I've been stuck here for a week. Not that it's a bad thing, actually. It actually ended up becoming a very, very good thing because my apartment lost power occasionally, water got shut off a little bit, and they lost internet for about half a week. And I've kind of been in the same boat as Andrew. Nothing's
When's the last
happening
time you
except
showered, Blaine?
this morning. Why? Am I looking greasy?
No, I don't think you're really supposed to do that right now.
I thought they lifted the.
I think it was supposed to get lifted today, but I didn't hear anything.
Isn't it different for the different
Providers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think pretty sure all of them in our town were not good.
I took like a 30-minute shower. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's more. I think it's more ingesting it than it is like. But it is, topical is probably bad too. I don't really know the whole risks. My girlfriend's mom left a tap on overnight when it was freezing, and it bleached a towel that was underneath it. So,
Really?
if that says anything about the water
Well,
quality.
hopefully my hair doesn't start falling out or anything like that.
Yeah, I haven't showered in a couple days, but I'm probably gonna shower either after this or tomorrow morning.
Yep.
There's only so long you could go before you're like, this isn't fucking worth it anymore.
Yeah.
I'd rather die than smell bad.
Just get like a quick little rinse off. If it's just absorption, it's not
yeah.
like, what's the worst gonna happen? But,
I've slipped on a lot of ice the last few days walking outside. I never fell, but I slid around.
I never deliberately, or I never. All the times that I slipped on ice was deliberate.
Okay.
It was all like, woo! I'm gonna slide around. Woo!
Right.
But yeah, for those of you that might be listening in the future, or maybe even the past, who knows? I don't know.
It's only the past from when they hear this.
Yeah. Who knows? Not me.
Even Twitch,
who
even
knows?
Twitch is technically in the past
Yeah.
by like a few seconds.
But wherever you are, whenever you are, there's a lot of crazy snow stuff happening in Texas right now, and it's knocked out. It put us into a major power outage for
Yeah.
a week.
Some people are
And
still
it
without
was-
power in bigger cities.
Yeah.
We're on the upswing now, though.
I feel like I only hear about it being bad in Texas. I don't know if that's because I'm in Texas or because like it's the most unexpected down here. Because it made like
I think it's because Texas has its own power grid separate from
Yeah.
other infrastructures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I think that's
'cause,
why
I mean,
it's
the same
bigger here.
Same snowstorm has been. It's like it's stretched from Texas to the Dakotas and everything. But they're
Mhm.
I guess they're more used to it up there.
Yeah.
Even in Oklahoma and Kansas and stuff.
Right. So, my dad was telling me all about this because he works in the power industry. He actually works at a power plant, so he was gone all week, just dealing with all that stuff. And I remember him complaining about this before, but whenever Texas deregulated their power infrastructure, basically, it left a lot of holes in the system to be desired. So, and I remember him complaining about this in the past, and I was like, oh yeah, that I can see how that would be a problem. And this week was an indicator of how that was a problem. And basically, like back 20 years ago or so, before Texas deregulated their power infrastructure, I think ERCOT required every single power company. So if you were building power plants and you had this output of electricity, you had to output as much. Somehow it made it so that everyone was outputting as much demand as was being required of them, plus 15%. So every power plant could hypothetically supply power to other areas if something happened to other power plants. So 15%, that's the typical number that you could go for. I'm really butchering this, but whenever they deregulated, so there's two things. They deregulated, and problems arise whenever private corporations try to they game the system basically. So I think ERCOT only required a 6%. Back to what I was saying, for 6% overage over the required demand for these power companies. Plus, you have wind power, and so this is another thing he's complained about. Whenever you have wind power, there's spikes in when it's generating and when it's not. Obviously, you're going to have a lot of wind, and so that's going to be generating a lot of power, and then you're not going to have a lot of wind, so you're not going to have a lot of power. So the old power plant that he worked at back in Vernon, actually, Vernon, Texas, it was, where was it? It's West Texas-ish. It was very windy over there, and so whenever the wind turbines were were blowing really heavily, they were actually selling electricity at a negative price. So they were paying people to take their electricity. So basically, like, all these power plants have to, shut down while the wind turbines are producing a lot of power, and then they turn back up. But that's a different story. That's like, I can talk about that at a different time. Basically, because the wind turbines were relied upon so much, I guess, along with the 6% kind of thing rather than 15%, we were kind of caught off guard. No power plant in Texas is designed to operate in this weather. A lot of the pipes froze, and I know at least at my dad's plant, they had to one of the 4 generators tripped. So yeah, that on top of for some reason there was a restriction on natural gas, and my dad's plant is a natural gas plant, and so it had to go from like an 800 megawatt capacity to 300 megawatt, and that's all the natural gas plants in Texas had to do that. I don't really know why. I think we were using a lot of natural gas for our power plants, and Mexico was like, "Hey, you're using too much," because I guess we share natural gas or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, that was kind of what happened in terms of the power grid.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of wind power, in relation to the Chinos show, maybe one day on here we'll explore. The 3 of us did a project in high school together about wind power, and maybe it was a video. Maybe we'll watch that on here sometime. I've been begging Caleb to show it to me for like weeks now, and we still haven't watched it. So maybe we'll do it on here live and do a live reaction to our cringe selves.
It's like 11 and a half minutes as well.
We would have to chop it up and see the highlights probably.
I don't know. I think it's 11
It's
and a
all
half minutes
gold.
of highlights.
It's all gold.
The beginning the beginning sequence is gold. I think the arrest sequence is gold, and the ending was kind of bad, I thought.
Kind of trashed here. I think we might have had to like do an ending like that. I don't remember.
I forget. I just remember I think I was supposed to be in fucking jail, but we were just in a donut shop eating like breakfast on a normal ass day.
Yeah, we just went and started eating some donuts, and then we were like, "Oh, let's just film something."
It's like, yeah, we have to end our video. How are we gonna do it? It's like, let's just go get breakfast before school.
I think we acted like we were at the station or something after arresting Andrew for being
something like
for
that.
being a lunatic, disturbing the peace.
The video is a Cops parody where we're somehow related that with
wind power. Because that was our assigned like energy source. We were supposed to do it.
Yeah,
that shit was good. Did we do that on a school day, like before class, on like a Friday?
Yeah,
We might have, yeah.
I think we did. We got to school at like 7.
Because I don't think we would have done that on a
Yeah, we
weekend.
had like a toy gun and
toy
like
gun.
handcuffs
toy handcuffs, yeah, and like a toy badge.
Toy badge. Yeah.
and a fucking blue plastic walkie-talkie.
Oh yeah.
That was good. That was fun.
Did we do that the day it was due and then just said,
I think it was the day before.
Not the flash
Caleb had to
Because I remember editing it like, late at night.
it might have been the day of, and we were like, well, we have to go tomorrow, it's not working.
Maybe,
It could have
yeah,
been.
we might have gambled on it like that.
But I really do feel like we were prepared in time.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I remember editing it like late at night. I don't know if it was the day it was due or the day after or the day before it was due, but I remember editing it and being like, yeah, this is gold at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, dude. What did you edit it with?
I don't know, whatever free software I usually use.
Dude, I started making some videos recently, and I found the most fucking robust editing software ever for free. It's so good. It's called DaVinci Resolve.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
It's
I might
so
get that.
good.
I think I used like VSDC or something, which is it used to be better than it was, or it is now.
Yeah.
It used to be just completely free, but now you have to like actually pay if you want to do everything.
Yeah, it's DaVinci Resolve is actually really fucking solid. But anyway, yeah, that was a good project. I enjoyed that class in general. Blaine bullied our teacher, and the teacher bullied Blaine back, and it was a fun experience to witness.
Did we ever all three do
was
any
such a
other
good
videos,
relationship.
or was it just the one?
I think it was just that one
We
video.
worked on some projects
Yeah.
together.
Um,
That's all.
every
What
other
did you guys do
project.
for your biome project? Because I did wetlands, and I mean that's also
I
solid gold.
had the temperate desert or something like that, and I just showed a bunch of stock footage and had a voiceover. I did it like the day of, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I did the same thing. It wasn't anything special. Yours was special.
Caleb's was special.
Yours was, yeah.
I'm still digging through my drives to find that video.
I thought you said you
I
found
did-
it.
I found the cops one, but I
Oh,
don't know where the.
I have wetlands on my Google Drive. Don't worry, I can
yeah,
send
I
it to
know a
you.
few dozen people have wetlands stowed away.
Mhm. I passed it around. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude,
hey,
it was
man.
gold.
You got to distribute that stuff if it's good.
Dude, I remember I remember when the Chinos was a thing, like the original the Chinos duo was also based on school projects, and me and Caleb wrote multiple raps to relate to literature in our English class. But both times that we submitted those projects, and like, so the way it worked was you were supposed to like write something, like write a newspaper article, or write like some kind of interesting way of interpreting the book we just read. And me and Caleb wrote a song both times, and I wasn't there for either of the days when people were supposed to present, so they just listened to it without me. I forget where the fuck I was those days, but
Yeah. I don't
both
remember.
times I wasn't there. But
It might have been some band thing that I was in because you were in an ensemble or something.
yeah,
I don't know.
but
Pretty
apparently it went over well in the class with everyone.
It was over
I don't
Fahrenheit
even-
451, right?
Well, we did one over of Mice and Men. That was the
And
first
then
one.
over Fahrenheit 41, yeah.
Yeah,
That's right, because people were like, "Are you gonna get another one? Another?"
I know, yeah, we did one
Yeah.
for the first one, what everyone did, and then I don't know. I guess we teamed up on the second project, and then it was all hype. There was some hype involved, I guess.
Dude,
Maybe I wasn't there whenever we listened to them because I don't remember listening to them in class either.
Caleb, do you remember the origin of the Fahrenheit one? We were like, we need to make a song, but like we weren't inspired, and we were sitting at a piano in the band hall, and I'm just like fucking around, and then I find some thirds, and I'm just like, like the Green Hill
like
Zone
Green Hill-
theme, and I was
yeah,
like,
and
I have an
yeah.
idea.
Then we just made it like in a couple hours at your house or your apartment.
The second one went by smoothly. The first one was hard to come up with
A little
lyrics
rough,
for.
Yeah. I remember I was trying to like write because you were doing all like the mixing and everything.
Yeah.
And all the samples, and I was like trying. I was like, man, I don't know. You're gonna have to help me on
The
this.
second one was a lot more collaborative.
Good old
Yeah.
Captain Beatty.
Yeah, dude.
I
That
actually,
shit's
remember-
fun.
Your grandpa made like some stuffed peppers one time or something.
Yeah.
And it was like they were really good, and then like 30 minutes later, I was just like sick to my stomach. Like I thought I was gonna die in your apartment, dude.
I didn't know about that. Wait, what?
Yeah, no, I didn't tell you or anything. I was just like trying to get the project done. to go home.
Damn, I'm sorry. I loved stuffed peppers. He made some
Dude, they
good
were
ass
good.
stuffed peppers.
They were really good. Like until I'd done eating them, and then I was just like, oh man, something happened.
Yeah, maybe. Did you eat
Too
the whole?
peppery.
Did you eat the skin of the pepper as
Yeah,
well?
no, I ate the entire thing.
I think
Probably,
I used to leave the pepper, so maybe it was the pepper that did that to you.
yeah.
wait, you just eat the stuffing on the inside?
Sometimes I wouldn't eat the pepper, and that might have been one of those times.
Mm.
Because I think he would make me eat 3 fucking stuffed peppers, and I'm like, I can either eat all the shit inside, or eat one with the pepper and be full, you know? Because he also served it with, like, vegetables and, like, beans and other shit on the side.
Mm.
Dude, my grandpa stuffed me every single day. I get home from school at like 4:30 and food's already on the table for dinner, and it's like a fucking feast. We normally had stuffing, like bread,
Really?
what do you call it? Bread dressing, some people call it.
Yeah.
Like for Thanksgiving, fucking stuffing and rice and beans and cheese melted together, and then like 4 tacos. And I'm just like, dude, I can't eat all of this. There's no way.
That's the sign of a good grandpa.
That's just any grandparent. They just feed
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. When I went up to my grandparents in Oklahoma, I probably gained 4 pounds.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
They were constantly just like, do you
Yeah,
want
dude,
cookies or something?"
tacos.
Like, oh,
But yeah, I'm sorry that you got sick off that, Caleb. I didn't even know about that.
No, I mean I was probably. I think I didn't get like sick off of it. I just felt like I was gonna be sick.
You probably just ate a lot of, Mexican
pepper.
food with a lot of, like, different seasonings and stuff. Could do a lot of shit
Yeah.
to you.
I don't know. I found it pretty funny though. Like after a day or two.
That is kind of funny, yeah. You come over to do a project and we just poisoned you.
Yeah,
It's the
man, I
master
don't know.
plan.
It was a weird sensation in my stomach. I still remember like how I felt, and I was just like, I think I actually did my lines and stuff while feeling almost sick
Oh no.
somehow. And so maybe if you find those recordings, we'll be to like dissect it. I don't know. Or I guess it's still on Spotify.
Was that for Beatty or was that for the first one? Because I remember you leaving really early on the first one,
Yeah.
and then I had to finish it by myself.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe it was the first one. I don't know. I can't. Maybe if we did, yeah, I don't know. If we ate and then did lines, like, you'll
Yeah.
probably be able to hear my like faltering voice.
Yeah, it's not unheard of in that household to have been doing something, and he's just like, dinner's ready, and then stop what you're doing, because if you don't eat dinner right away, he's like, it's getting cold, like a minute later.
okay.
But he wasn't wrong. It would get cold if you just sat on the table.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, it's.
He would put the plates on the stove so that the food would stay warm longer. Like an empty plate on the stove before putting it on the table to serve food onto. That man really wanted the food to stay warm.
It's one goal for dinner.
But he cooked some really good shit for me though. It was a great time living in that apartment.
Oh yeah. Reminiscing.
Yeah. William, what kind of fun shit did you do in high school? We're talking about projects. Yo, Badger, you changed your color to purple. Congrats on the new color.
Oh wow, yeah, nice.
Yeah, dude, some say the food is still warm to this very day.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know, okay, so me and Caleb talked about some projects we did, but Blaine did some just weird shit in high school, just random shit that wasn't like the products of a project or anything, but he just did some really cringe stuff, but also some really like bold stuff in high school.
It's only cringe if you cringe. And,
True. Did you do anything
That is-
fucked up at the zoo?
What?
Probably, honestly. No, I didn't do much at the zoo. I probably just
It was kind of a rushed zoo trip for that
We had
project.
we had partners for that, right?
Yeah, me and Gracie ended up getting partnered because we both weren't at school the day you guys chose partners.
Me and
Mhm.
Blaine were partners, right?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah,
we
we,
did-
had like the goats.
we did the goats.
I think we picked first too, and there's like tigers and shit.
Yeah.
And I picked a goat. Says me.
You can do that shit
I
at
don't think I was
home.
there. I don't
Yeah.
think I was there. When
Yeah, no,
when
you
guys-
weren't. Oh yeah, you weren't there, but we were in a team, and I chose goat. I chose goats, and you were there like one day, and we were like, "Yeah, we got goats, pal."
Blaine was probably super disappointed.
I mean, it was a cool exhibit. You could go in there and walk around with them.
That is
And I,
cool.
Yeah.
I watched a kid get headbutted into the ground by a goat.
Get fucked. Oh my god.
It was a pretty good zoo. What was it, the Dallas Zoo?
Yeah, it's a pretty big zoo.
Yeah,
I
it was
like that
pretty
zoo.
large.
It was large. And our teacher
ahead.
was just like, "Yeah,
I
meet
saw
back
Miss
here."
Perry like once that day.
Yeah.
Like,
I
on
saw
the
I
bus.
saw her in the giraffe exhibit, and then me and my partner were like, "Let's get the fuck out of here! Run!"
She was there the whole time.
Yeah, oh my, yeah, that zoo was insane because there was like one part where it was just like where the goats were and like some of the other
Like the front part.
Yeah, the front part.
Yeah,
And then
you
like,
go past the lemurs, and then you go
Yeah.
under the highway through a big ass tunnel.
And then there's like you're in Africa.
Yeah,
Instantly. There's gorillas on one side, there's elephants and big old motherfuckers on the other side.
Didn't we like harass people? Just random. Did we harass random people when
We might
going through
have.
that bridge?
Probably.
I don't think I did.
Harass is the wrong term, but
I think we made conversation. That's what I like to call it.
yeah, something like that. I don't know.
I think there's a pretty funny picture of us on a bench, like 6 of us all stuffed onto one small bench.
Yeah.
That's it.
Man. Yeah, I do remember that image.
I think someone was it Caleb who was wearing something funny or something
Yeah,
that day.
I wore my Hawaiian shirt because it's like a vacation, basically, you know.
Yeah.
I
but
have.
Dude, field trips were the shit.
For real,
Always.
dude.
How many times? Okay, here's a statistic I want to know. How many times did you go on a field trip that you didn't actually turn in a permission slip for?
Probably like once or twice. I don't even know.
None.
How many times did you fill out the permission slip and sign for yourself?
A few, at least a couple dozen. Maybe not a couple, maybe like a dozen, half dozen.
None. I'm pretty responsible with permission slips.
It was
'cause,
way too easy with my dad's signatures being his initials in like very blocky letters.
That's true.
A few lines.
I remember in the 6th grade, there was a water park trip that the whole class was supposed to go on. Or, if you didn't go, you had to stay in school and do work for 4
That's
hours.
Was that going to Summer Fun USA?
I think so, or one of
Yeah,
those
that was-
parks.
Good place.
That's such a dumb rule.
And in 6th grade, I was like, I'm not going to that dumbass water park because we went the year before, and I was like, this place sucks, dude. So they were like,
Yeah.
so they're like, you haven't turned in your permission slip. Are you sure? You sure you don't want to go? Like, you're just gonna be here by yourself? And I was like, I'm just not coming to school that day. And then I didn't, and no one said a thing. I just took.
What do they care? You know.
I just played
Yeah.
video games all day at home. Like,
That's
who fucking
awesome.
cares? I'll take my own vacation by myself. And that's when I became a loner. That was the day.
Nice. Yeah.
Well, some water parks are legit though.
Yeah,
Badger
this
said.
one's
Badger
more
said some are
great.
overrated. Some are completely underrated. Water parks are pretty cool if they have really cool like slides and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that tube slides are more fun than whatever you call them, free slides.
I think the only reason I liked going to that one that we went to like every year throughout like 5th through 8th grade, you know, was like oh wait, no, I guess it was just the like 4th through 6th, but
4th through 6th, yeah.
I think the only reason I like going there is because whoever I was hanging out with back then, we'd like in like the lazy river there you could tube on it, right, and you just sit around and laze around, but on one bend of it there was like this pipe coming out of the middle building that was just ice cold water, like the coldest water you can imagine after being like
no.
somewhat nice water. So like we just sit there by that pipe and just push people who are on tubes like directly under the massive like torrent of ice cold water. Oh man, good times.
Oh man.
That's
It was
hilarious.
like a good amount of water too. Like it hit you hard. Man, good old days.
Does anyone have
I'll
any?
go back.
Anyone have any like amusement park horror stories?
I don't know. I never really went to no amusement parks. back
So
in-
you know, not,
Water park. I'm just saying,
yeah.
like as a general term, water park, theme park, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I never really did any
Yeah.
of that.
So you know how in Six Flags, there's that ride. What is it, Mr. Freeze?
That's one of them. Yeah.
Where
The one where it goes,
up.
it starts backwards.
Yeah, it goes backwards up,
Mm-hmm.
and then you hang like basically 90 degrees, and then you go back down.
Yeah.
I got latched into that ride. Perfectly fine, you know, it's one of those click, 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 click
Yeah.
kind of things. And I was, so let's set the time frame for this. I was in probably 5th grade, and I was going with my roommate now, for like some church trip that he was going on, and I guess he just didn't have any friends or something in that group. Yeah. I went to that in a Rangers game with him with the same group of people. So yeah, I was very tentative. Like I didn't even want to get on the Superman, and he kind of bullied me into going on that because I was very scared of amusement park rides.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like them. I did not like them, and so I was like, Mr. Freeze, it's like the worst one.
It's the scariest. Right? I think that's the scariest thing at that park.
That is terrifying.
Going backwards and not seeing what's gonna happen next is so scary.
Yeah, that was actually the easy part because it's like you can just be like, whatever happens, happens, kind of thing. But yeah, so that's kind of prefaced. Mm-hmm. I'm a small child. I get latched in very, very tightly. It's good. It's all good. We start going backwards. I'm like, okay, this isn't actually as bad as I thought. We're going 90. We're holding in that 90-degree position. Right before we start going back down, my harness latch goes clunk, like it slipped a gear or something like that.
Like a bolt came out of it.
Did it tighten one or like open?
It loosened one.
Oh,
and I was like,
that's a pants shitting moment.
and so I like held on to that latch as hard as I could.
Oh my god!
I was in full like fight or flight kind of response. I came out of that with the most adrenaline I think I've ever experienced.
Damn, that's yikes as fuck.
Dude, I hate like rides and stuff like that. Like I went to as a kid I went to Six Flags once, yeah. But like I don't know, I don't even remember riding any rides. I think we did though, but I didn't like it probably. But then my family went to like a water park of some kind. I don't remember where it was, but
it could have been Six Flags.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
There's
it was
water
like a big.
ride.
It was a big one that you had to stay on a float for, or on a raft, like blow up raft.
I think that's Six Flags.
But it was like definitely like a water park only. But I was like terrified of going on this ride, right?
Sure.
But my dad was like, "No, it can't be that bad. Come on." But then and I was like, "No, I really don't want to do this, man." And then there was like these like girls who were younger than me in front of us in line. They were all excited about it. And he's like, "No, look at these little girls. They're super excited." And I was like, "No, man, I don't want to do this." And so we ended up going on it, my entire family and like probably some other people, because it's a big raft you're on.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Schlitterbahn?
Maybe. Yeah, probably Schlitterbahn. But it was like the worst. It was horrible trying to like climb, like hang on to this freaking raft while you're like going around and shit.
Yeah, you go up like 45-degree angle on this like, what is it? Like a treadmill type thing. It takes the raft up and then right?
It was so terrifying. Like we came off it and my dad was just like, "Yeah, okay, that was pretty bad actually." I feel kind of bad about that one. And I was like, "Yeah, man, come on, jeez." Dude. I was like probably 9 or something.
I went to... Okay, let me tell a horror story first before I just talk about random experiences. So at the... Is it like the county fair? There's a fair that happens in our town every year.
Yeah, I guess it is. Hard fair. Yeah.
So at the fair, they have all the typical types of rides. They have like the tower that you just go up and it drops you a few times. They have, typical ass fair rides. Swings, that types, that kind of stuff. But there's also what I call the fireball ride, which is just a loop. It's just a loop.
Dude.
And the very first time I ever rode a ride like this was at this fair. And so I'm there with who I assume whoever my middle school girlfriend was at the time, probably. And so we get strapped into our car. It's like 2 people to a car bench seat thing. Mm-hmm. And there's like 5 of them. So there's 10 people on the ride. And it literally just... So you start at the bottom, obviously, and you do this, and you go higher and higher every time.
Oh, the pirate ship. Oh,
No.
It's a full loop.
It's literally like a circle. It's just a circle, and you're on a track.
Yeah.
And so you're in a car that's
Like-
it's on rails.
Oh,
It
I
goes
see.
further and further up every time you go like back and forth until you go all the way
Yeah,
around.
until you get your own force to make the full circle. Well, the motherfucker controlling this ride either didn't know how to do it right, or was new or something. But on one of the last rotations when we were supposed to stop, we go up to the top and we slow down, and we're hanging at the fucking very top, upside down, for like 20 or 30 seconds.
Oh my god.
And I was like, dude, my goddamn head hurts so bad. It wasn't scary. It was just like, dude, I'm getting a headache right now. Please, before I black out, fix this. And then, they figured it out, and the machine forced us downward. And then they just stopped, and we slowly came to a stop at the bottom. And I was like, dude, never again am I riding that dumbass ride.
Dude, I think they just do that on that one because
That's messed
whenever I was
up.
like 17, me and my then girlfriend went on that ride, and I'm always like those rides at the state fairs and shit. I'm like, no, I do
This
not
is
go on
this is the
those.
most rickety ass. Like,
No, yeah, dude, that thing was horrible. But
it's
we
been
went on it,
recycled
right?
for 30
Pile of
years.
bolts on the other side of the. Yeah.
We went on it and they did like the same thing, and I was terrified, right? I don't think I'm a pussy or anything, but but like I definitely looked at it in front of my girlfriend and everything in front of the whole state fair. Like there was literally we were like hanging upside down, and I was like oh, I was like screaming and shit. But then this little girl behind me goes like, "Calm down." that ruined my whole day. I was like, "Oh, what the fuck, man?"
That's the worst horror story I've ever heard.
Yeah, sucked real
I
ass.
thought you were gonna start crying or something on that.
No, I don't cry on rides. I always scream.
Yeah, I know.
Caleb,
we
did
don't
you
cry.
did you go to London? Caleb,
No, I didn't. No.
did you go on the London Eye, Blaine?
Yes.
Did that scare you?
No, not at all.
It's so comfortable in there.
It's such a It's
You're in
not,
a
like,
little
rickety.
glass bubble.
Yeah,
and
but
it's
like
just
the
so-
bubble's the size of
It's like
my room.
it's like giant.
Yeah. So
That was an
yeah, I can
interesting
see
experience.
I can see how if there's like a lot of people on it, it would be a very unpleasant ride.
Yeah.
Just because
Just
you know,
full of
like
tourists.
it's glass, it's a glass dome all the way around, but at the same time if it's packed, you wouldn't even get to see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was interesting. I went up there with Hyatt actually.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The first time I rode Mr. Freeze at Six Flags. Okay, so there's two. I've been to Six Flags twice.
Hmm.
The first time was for a school choir trip in middle school.
Right.
And I rode-
That's like the main attraction for anyone who's in choir in middle school.
And
They're
so
like, oh shit, you need to go to Six Flags.
I don't know if they had just redone it or if it was brand new or something, but the Titan roller coaster, which is the biggest one there, was open. And so we walked in and we rushed that motherfucking ride. But it's the tallest roller coaster there, and we rushed that really quick. And so we run up and we get in line, and I remember that. Okay, so this is pretty soon after I found out I have a heart condition, right? And so I get up to the top, and then right before you get into like the about to get on like queue line section, it's just like there's signs everywhere like, do not ride this if you are this height, if you're pregnant, if you have heart conditions or a bad back. And I was like, dude, am I about to die? Like, what is going on? And I rode it with Josh Stark, actually, is who I rode it with,
Nice.
funnily enough. But we rode that ride. I'm pretty sure someone with us dropped their phone while upside down on that roller coaster. But anyway, we rode that shit, And that thing, what Blaine was talking about earlier, the like conveyor thing that you get pulled up, it had one of those that was like 2 minutes long or some shit. It took ages to get to the top of that, to crest that hill. But anyway, shit goes by quick. And we get off the roller coaster, and we're just like, let's do it again. And so I think I rode that roller coaster like 6 times that day.
Jesus.
I just waited.
Was the park empty?
No, we had to wait in line every single time.
My God.
We were just like, yeah, nothing will top this. Let's just keep doing this over and over again. But yeah, the second time, I went with a bunch of our friends. I drove them all there for exchange for a ticket that they paid for me. And
I remember this.
And we rode almost all of the rides. Like, as many as we could. We got there at like 10.
Didn't you get like super sunburned?
I didn't get super sunburned. I did get really sunburned at water park once, but
that's right.
I don't like talking about that story. That's scarring, literally.
Yeah.
Physically scarring. But we started with the Joker, which is like, imagine like a chain on a bike. So like it loops. It's like a long loop like this, and you're sitting in like imagine like a clothes hanger like this, and so you go up this, and then you're always flipped, so you're always like sitting downwards.
It's like gyroscopic kind
of. Yeah, sort of. And so yeah, you go all the way up, and then you flip back to being downwards again. Anyway, that ride broke, and everyone in the line was like, fuck this. And so we went from the back of the line to like next people to getting on, and then they fixed it, and so we rode that. Then we rode the Harley Quinn. No, we rode the
Harley Quinn's like the newest one, isn't it?
We rode the Riddler, which is the one that Blaine you were thinking of before, where it's like a crane, and it's kind of gyroscopic, and then you go on a different axis, and it's like this. Yeah, I feel bad for all the Spotify listeners that can't tell what I'm talking about. But
don't feel bad.
Yeah,
that's the one I got sunburned on.
For them to tune in every Saturday at 9 p.m.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll end my tangent. Mr. Freeze is the scariest thing I've ever ridden. It scared me shitless. I was 18, and I was squeezing my girlfriend's hand as hard as I could because I was terrified right before it started. She was like, "You're a big baby bitch," and I was like, "Shut up."
Yeah.
You're right, but shut up. I'll admit it when it's over. Yeah, dude. Theme parks are fun.
Yeah.
I've only been to Six Flags twice.
I think I've only been once, really. And then like, I think I've been to the Howard, Texas Fair like once too. Or at least for the rides once. I know
I've been
there
for the rides once, and then the rodeo once. That was when we first moved here.
Wait, you've been there for the rides once? Was that with me?
Yeah.
Last year?
Yeah.
Or I guess 2 years ago? No?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago, I guess.
That was an alright time.
Yeah, it was alright.
I bought a fucking week-long band to go there once. I spent $200 that day.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It is kind of a scummaze.
It's just a money pit.
I mean, if I would have bought that the first day and we would have gone together like 5 times, it would have been worth it, but...
Yeah.
That shit... I don't know what I was doing with my money back then, but it was not smart.
Crazy nutso.
Imagine how much I could have earned on investments with $200. Come on now.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, for
what
real.
What was I doing?
I recently got Robinhood this week.
That's
you
true.
Guys both know about that.
Yeah.
Got my free stock in Aquestive Therapeutics. So if future Blaine is listening, I don't know, a year in the future, and Aquestive Therapeutics is doing super hot, you can thank Robinhood.
Hold it as long as you can. Not sponsored. Yeah, we're not. This is not sponsored by that.
Not financial advice.
Yeah,
Financial advice.
yeah. Don't listen to us. We're talking in the
Yeah,
future.
it's diamond. I made a diamond.
Diamond hand.
I got diamond hand.
Dude, Blaine found diamonds. He's been playing Minecraft for weeks now, and he finally
Dude,
found them.
It's very boggies.
Yo, that's poggers as fuck. What do you guys think? Speaking of PogChamp, what do you guys think about the new PogChamp?
I think it's aight.
I'm happy with it. Yeah. They
So-
could have made it a really sexy cat girl, but
For those of you who
whatever.
don't know, PogChamp became Komodo hype, seemingly permanently. We ranked Komodo hype semi-high on our tier list. I think it's a good choice.
Mid A tier. Yeah.
It's a pretty good choice for the overall. I think a lot of people can get behind it.
It's original enough to be a replacement, I think.
Yeah, it has the close enough energy. I think it's an excited emote.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I think it's a good move on Twitch's part.
Speaking of Minecraft, I don't know if we should talk about this on the podcast, but when should we get our Minecraft server going?
A podcast Minecraft server?
Yo,
Wouldn't that be cool?
Community podcast Minecraft.
all right. Here's how it'll work. Anyone who subscribes to the Twitch channel will have access to the Chinos Minecraft server, where you can play with us, the Chinos.
Yeah, your favorite content creators, the Chinos.
But you only get that perk if you're subscribed to the Twitch channel. By that I mean if you put money in my pocket, because it's my Twitch channel.
That's a good deal. Use
Yeah.
your Prime.
Yeah, use your Twitch primes on twitch.tv/RiddlerSR.
Triple check you got that Prime. Load it up.
What's your Prime Day? Mine's the 26th.
Yeah, make sure you write that down.
If you're on YouTube watching this VOD, hit that motherfucking subscribe button and the bell.
Yeah, we'll know if you ding the bell, and if you ding the bell, you get access. Don't worry.
Top comment on this video gets access to the Minecraft server.
Yeah.
By that I mean the first hearted comment on the YouTube video will get access. By that I mean I'm not hearting any comments. But do it anyway, because maybe I'm lying right now.
This guy, he's a real business mogul.
If you're on Spotify listening to this, sorry, you're out of luck. Catch us live next week.
What do they do on Spotify?
If you're on Spotify, yell as loud as you can, and if we hear you, you can be in the Minecraft server.
Yeah, in your heart of hearts, you'll believe. Just believe that your yell will reach us.
If you're on Spotify, then just learn how to hack Minecraft servers and get into it on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, like those guys that do that every once in a while.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
We had to ban.
But for real, we have I think we have a sizable group that's interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Minecraft's in a really interesting spot right now.
I don't think like we could probably do it on this. Nah, I don't know.
What?
Because the snapshots are going to change so much stuff that like we won't want to explore.
Yeah. I think waiting a couple weeks for them to iron out some cave generation stuff is the best idea. But before we just get into talking about making a server, because this is not the platform, I do want to talk about Minecraft for a second. Because in our experience, so we have a Discord server with our like IRL friends. And
Some of them are IRL friends. Some of them aren't.
very few of them are not IRL friends. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've met all of them in real life. Everyone in the server. Anyway.
If you're listening, IRL people, it could be you.
Yeah, it could be you. Anyway.
Yeah.
But it's not tiny. It's not a tiny server. But a very small amount of us talk regularly in the server, except when there's a Minecraft server available. Then everybody hops on for at least a few weeks, and everyone hangs out for a while, and it's always a blast.
So much fun.
Like
That's
Minecraft
how
is it's a big community thing, and I really enjoy that about Minecraft.
We need to see if we can't get like someone that you wouldn't think would play Minecraft to play on our Minecraft server. I don't know who that would be.
Probably some, your dad, maybe?
Yeah.
Get him set up?
I actually have an idea of someone, because I've been talking to someone about joining our Discord recently, but they're kind of on the fence about it. I don't know why they're on the fence about it. They can just leave, but... Yo, what up, Olives? Been a while, my guy. How you been?
Stop doing stupid shit.
Maybe Olives can join our Minecraft server.
Hey,
That'd be
there you
fun.
For
What's
those of
his
you who
name?
don't know, Olives is a Link's Awakening speedrunner that I met
go. Oh, that's cool.
years and years ago. Years and
We've
years
been wanting
and
to
years.
have someone who knows a little thing or two about speedrunning.
You're doing too many things. Don't add more on top of it. I take it that you don't want to be interviewed about speedrunning then. That's understandable.
It's a chill atmosphere. You should tune into the Chinos show every single weekend.
Every Saturday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. over there. You live in... Olives lives in France? You're in France, right? I always forget. It's been a long time, man.
Chinos don't deal good with Frenchmen, so sorry.
Wow.
I don't know what you mean by that, but
That's not the opinion
that
of
did
the
not come
show as a whole.
from my mouth, Olives. Don't worry. I don't know what he meant by that. Yeah, dude.
It's just your ramble, just joking.
Yeah, sorry. We're getting derailed here. I was thinking about...
On the topic of Minecraft?
Yeah. Minecraft is great. I think the new update is a very important one for the longevity of the game.
Yeah, no, this update's pretty exciting. I mean, it feels like I don't know, I guess all the past updates have been pretty big, but this one feels even bigger than a lot of them.
Caves are just something that went untouched for so long. It's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
overworld biomes is like okay, but you still have all the old ones. Changing villages was like okay, but everything else is the same. Changing the Nether was like okay, but the overworld's the same. Changing cave generation is crazy.
yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, and the
Crazy
fact that
talk.
they're changing like the minimum and maximum like limits of the ground, you know, like bedrock.
Yeah,
and
the world size.
I arguably spend more time in caves than I do above ground.
That's where everything happens. You spend I think there's like a 60-40 there's a 60-40 minimum ratio of resource gathering to, everything else in that game.
Craft building, yeah. Fighting, whatever it is.
mining is half the game. I mean,
I know it's in the name.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not mining, you're crafting. But if you're not crafting, you're mining,
yeah.
You know.
What all is in the new Snapchat? Because I haven't really checked it out.
The newest one adds different rock, and it changes ore generation.
Different rock types?
No. There's one new rock type that generates like below what the world used to go to.
Ooh, I like
Oh,
that.
like
Yeah,
instead of stone?
Yeah, it's
Or
called
is it just, like-
it's called Grimstone, and it's a
Oh.
darker color.
Oh, that's going to be a nice build material.
And
Yeah, I'm liking all the new blocks they're adding for building and stuff. It's gonna
and
be
they also
nice.
changed the ore textures, except for diamond. Diamond's the only one that's the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Have they added copper?
Copper was in a couple of snapshots ago. Actually,
So they have pretty much all of the update out in snapshots at this point, right?
No, because we're going to add the whole sub-world dungeon thing with the scary dudes in it.
Oh yeah.
And that's not
in there yet. Those were gonna be-
and stuff.
Didn't they say those were going to be flooded? Just right.
What?
I think there's like some aquifer caves with like a local water level, and everything. But then I
Yeah.
don't think they're all flooded. I hope.
Mm.
Really
No,
hope.
they're not.
Yeah,
They're not.
that's so annoying.
But yeah, they haven't added the scary dudes yet.
Yeah.
But I think that's like the last phase of rolling out the generation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Ores can like spawn in diorite and stuff like that. Pretty
I
cool.
think they can only spawn in Grimstone and regular stone right now.
Oh yeah.
So if you just mine,
No. Like, you know how ores have gray around them right now?
Mhm.
It's just stone, but it has an ore. Like, the texture will be different if you're deeper. But it's still just the same.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude. Interesting, though. Very
Yeah, it's
interesting.
funny seeing such a big game evolve,
I know. For free, also.
Yeah. Yeah, this stuff would be like a paid DLC in any other game, feels like.
Mhm.
I'm still mad about my... They teased... you remember whenever Minecraft Earth had all those, like, polls of, like, what do you want first? And people were like, goats and snowy or snow. And then there was one for, like, deserts having, like, condors or something. Vultures, maybe.
Oh, that would be so cool.
No, but, like, they're like, we're gonna add it. And that was, like, 3 fucking years ago they said all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's too Terraria-like, I guess.
I think they're gonna do it. They said
don't-
they're
yeah.
gonna do all of them.
Yeah, probably.
Just over time. I guess it's not a priority right now, but
Yeah.
kind of
I
weird.
don't
Yeah.
know.
I guess I'd rather than have. Oh wait, isn't this update gonna be mountains and caves?
Maybe.
Caves
Or
and
just
cliffs.
caves?
Yeah, caves and cliffs.
I wonder what they're gonna do with the mountains because they didn't really tease any of that. Really, they only teased like what the animal, the new like mountain animal.
Mm-hmm. Goat.
I don't remember.
I thought the goat was already in the
Goats.
game.
No, they have alpacas, right?
Oh yeah, goats have been. I mean, those were in the snapshots in like December.
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
I haven't really played any of them, but exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
If we wanted to, we could probably. I know there's been some pretty crazy mods come out for Minecraft recently.
There's always crazy mods coming out for
Yeah.
Minecraft.
Great
What have
modding
the
community.
streamers been playing on? What was that?
Oh, I have no idea. I
it was
have no clue.
It was
Are you
like
talking like OTV?
Yeah, I saw like Swagger Souls on it, and the gang fits. And I think OTV was on there too. Minx, Schlatt, that kind of crew. So yeah,
It's like
probably OTV.
Minecraft Create or something, right? With like the new,
Yeah,
new
yeah.
stuff,
It's got interesting tools and like
moving objects. I saw someone make a parkour map with the moving moving pillars and wind wheels and stuff. Looks really interesting. I guess it is a mod.
that would be interesting. Because I want automated mining. I know there's already mods that do that, but I want like
Yeah.
automated mining.
Yeah,
Have you seen what Michael Reeves did in the OTV server, like one of the OG OTV servers?
no.
I think it was like 6 months ago. They have a couple of mods, and one of them has like like you can program robots and stuff, which is like right up his alley.
Yeah.
It's just it uses its own coding language, and so he dedicated like 2 months just to creating software for these robots.
The software in a freaking
in
Minecraft server.
Yeah. And like these robots, they dig down from the surface level all the way to like right above bedrock. And I remember him showing it off. He's like, oh yeah, just go down here, and he drops down a hole, and it's just like as far as the chunks can load.
Oh, just emptiness.
And it was insane. But yeah, that would be cool too.
What are you thinking, Caleb?
No,
Caleb looks inspired
I
over
was just
there.
thinking, this song just started coming on. I was like, man, this
This one
what is
hits
this
different.
Donkey Kong Country you just played it? Oh yeah,
I
with
forget
the
what this
rain.
song is, but I know this song from Donkey Kong 64. This is the forest music. It's called Funky Forest or something.
Of course it is. I mean,
I forget.
it's gotta be right. Just all the bangers that come from Donkey Kong is insane.
It's not Frantic, because that's Frantic Factory. It's called The Emptiness is the Inside of Your Head Right Now. Yeah,
That's what it's
dude.
called.
No. I'm reading chat.
Uh,
Dude,
that would be a pretty dark.
that'd be the
title.
darkest Donkey Kong title of all time.
Yeah, I like aquatic ambience.
Everyone does.
Yeah,
That's like the
it's-
greatest
It's the greatest song to
DKC
ever
song.
exist. Ever.
Nice.
Let's talk about Mars before we forget.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I almost forgot.
So,
Pretty big news there.
Thursday, the rover successfully landed in a very complicated landing process, I guess. And yeah, it's vibing around out in the crater they put it in, trying to see if there's has been or still is, probably not, but life on Mars. 'Cause why not?
Because
Also-
it's exciting and fun to think about.
Oh, it's super
Yeah, I
exciting.
mean-
Yeah,
I honestly hope they find evidence of past life. I mean,
I think
because
everyone
like,
does.
well, yeah, because I mean, it would just further the thing of like, life isn't just an accident on Earth, like of some
Yeah.
freak chance. It's just like if there's water and like the correct temperature and everything, it will happen.
And give it
sort
like
of.
7 billion years,
Yeah, exactly.
easy.
And then
But-
it begs the question, like,
That's just one planet over.
right?
Yeah,
It begs
exactly,
the question: is there a actual source, or because obviously, what you guys are saying is having these elements to form proteins in this perfect condition on this one planet is absurd, right? It's like
Yeah.
absolutely tiny odds of that happening, but it did, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Scientists have been able to recreate in like laboratories, if you have like a nutrient kind of cesspool, kind of the required conditions, that if you shock it enough, that proteins will form, and like amino acid kind of strains will form. So that's not really something that I keep up with, but I feel like, at least on Earth, being as watery as it is, you have lightning strikes constantly. The chances
Yeah.
of it happening is probably pretty high if you give it
Yeah.
enough time.
Yeah, I guess that begs like the question of, well, never mind. Well, what I'm really interested in is I listened to somebody talking about this, and they were like, yeah, like one thing we really want to find out is if there is life that was on Mars, and we can examine it and see if it's based on the same like amino acid structure that pretty much everything on Earth is based off of, to see if like that is what life is, or if there's some other basis of life, that
Yeah.
we don't think about.
That would be
That's
interesting.
super
Like
exciting.
Yeah,
like
like-
instead of carbon-based life forms.
Yeah, because you always hear about those caves that have been sealed for like millions of years, and they've evolved on their own, like their own
Mhm.
environment in there, and they're like still similar to whatever is outside. Just they've evolved to be in a cave.
Mhm.
Imagine like a different planet that independently created life and
Mhm.
went extinct. Obviously, just see how different that could be if it does exist on Mars, which likely doesn't, right?
Yeah, but probably not. But
Dude,
I think-
the prospect of discovering life that lived in very different conditions, and how much of a fast forward button that would be for figuring out how we could survive in those conditions,
Yeah.
Like the application of that is immeasurable. Like it's a very exciting thing. Space travel is
Mm-hmm.
by
That's what I'm saying.
it's just like nothing compares in terms of inspiration for the future, in my opinion.
Yeah. In other news, SpaceX is gearing up. They might even launch this week. SN10. They haven't static fired it yet, but it's on the launch pad and it's been ready to go since SN9 exploded. Pretty much. You know, it was on the launch pad when
Yeah, it was
SN9
like right next
exploded.
to it.
But they did perform some quote major modifications to it. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's very interesting. Also, SN11 is pretty much done. SN12, 13, 14 through 17 is all on the way. So he's wasting no time.
Exciting.
I like how we can just say they might launch it this week. Like it's not like a big. They plan it 3 months in advance for one big launch. It's just like, fuck
Well,
it,
they
let's
don't
just
have
do it
to-
now.
They don't have to
Yeah.
plan this one though, because they just have to launch
It's
it up and
prototypes. As a
Yeah,
prototype, you don't
yeah.
have to, as a company, like publicize.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's awesome that you can just be like, fuck it, let's launch it tomorrow, and it's like,
Yeah.
all right, everyone
pretty
come watch
cool, yeah.
tomorrow.
You just got to get FAA approval, which is it FAA or FAC? Or,
Is it? Are you saying the flight administration?
yeah,
I think it's FAA. Yeah.
yeah. Because they've been kind of a bitch to SpaceX because SpaceX apparently didn't follow their rules as strictly as they wanted with SN8. So
Dude.
they've kind of been.
Speaking
I
of
mean,
the FAA, sorry, go ahead before I completely ruin the space talk.
oh no, I was gonna ruin it anyways.
Dude, speaking of the FAA, I want to get a paramotor.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Right?
If you don't know what a paramotor is, for anyone else, it's like a hang glider, but with a giant fan on the back and a seat, so you can just fly around. It's like a little fucking one-man. I guess there might be two-person ones these days, but it's a little one-man like flying machine, and it's so cool. And I used to watch some YouTubers who like flew to McDonald's from their house and shit.
I've seen that. Yeah.
I forget what that guy's name is. For some reason, I want to say Travis Scott, even though that's absolutely wrong.
That's because you
man.
said McDonald's.
But I think his name is Travis something.
Imagine flying to McDonald's, blasting, "You know what I want," and it's just
Blasting.
Yeah, imagine putting a boombox on your goddamn paramotor and. Dude, but yeah, they're so cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I
what
saw
an
this-
experience.
I saw this plane that was probably no larger than a paramotor, but it was like it's like one of those miniature planes where like the whole body was shrunken in to where it's like basically just the passenger seat. I'll find a picture of it so I can send it to you and we can put it in like, I don't know, we could put it in the thumbnail. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. Everything we talked about, we'll make this the paramotor episode.
Yeah, you know, just put it with.
I already had a thumbnail in
Cold
mind, actually. But, dude, paramotors.
They're cool, I'll admit.
They're cool. I've never been skydiving, and I don't ever think I will go skydiving. But like the thought of it is
I think I
pretty
will.
exhilarating. Like
I think
maybe
I will.
maybe I'll do it one day, but that shit's scary to think about in an exciting way. I think it'd be the same thing as like my roller coaster barrier. To kind of like wrap things back around to the roller coasters thing. I was terrified of them until the first one I went on. I was like, dude, this is the best shit.
I feel like skydiving is less scary than a roller coaster.
Why?
I mean, you're more in control. At least you have a reserve as well.
Right.
Roller coaster screws up, you're done. Like, there's no way
Right.
out.
Yeah, I guess.
You have 3 backups for skydiving. You have like 3 backup parachutes.
Yeah, like they make you do a reserve or whatever. I bet just for like insurance and shit.
But yeah, like I'm kind of afraid of heights, but at the same time, I feel like I could do skydiving, just because of
I think that's different. That's different than heights, I think.
I feel it's at a point it becomes less a fear of
It's
heights
like
and more a fear of like.
uncontrollable
More
death.
fear of
Uncontrollable falling is probably my fear.
I cut fear
Controlled
of heights off at like 500 feet. At that point, it's like you can't even discern what the height is. You know, it's
no,
just,
that's scary. I can walk up to the top of a ladder and be scared.
exactly,
personally.
yeah, like
But
I
I've
used to
also
climb trees and get too scared to come down. Like
it gets scary up in those branches.
That's the
and
cat
trees.
defense.
Yeah,
Planning to get the
I
fire
get, like-
department to get him down.
I get like 20, 30 feet up in those trees. I've actually fallen out of a tree and almost gotten impaled by another tree. So
That's pretty yikes.
It's
That's Blaine's
badass.
his true theme park horror story
Yeah.
is falling out of a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine going to a theme park and playing in the trees. It's like getting a video game for Christmas and then playing with the box.
I remember when I went to Six Flags that one time with my friend, we blew like 40 or 50 bucks on one carnival game where it's like that ladder with the 2 ropes on the end. So it's like you'll like fall off if you,
Oh
you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? Because it's like you get so close.
Dude, carnival games are so fucked.
Yeah.
They're so fucked. Especially the ones where you get a fish.
Yeah.
Then you have a fish to take care of. That sucks. Yeah, dude. You guys ever play those like roller coaster tycoon carnival games?
No.
yeah.
I hated them. I hated games like that.
Really? You hate tycoon
done-
games?
I've done a zoo builder game. That one was chill on the DS.
Yeah, I find like city builders and like tycoon games like that pretty fun.
Sim
know
City is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I never
The
got
most
into
recent
it.
one isn't good, but
City Skylines, or is that a completely different IP?
that's a completely different one. City Silence is great, but
Games like that actually, I almost changed my career path when I played my first one of those. I almost wanted to
Really?
become a city planner after playing one of those. Yeah, it was
Man.
so
The problem
addictive.
is there's not like a use 3 diamonds to speed up the construction. It's like you'll probably get to
If you were to do that in real life, you'll experience 2 big developments in your entire lifetime.
yeah, basically.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then SimCity is like
100
hundreds.
years. You build a skyscraper in 2 days, which in real time is like 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Well,
Pretty good ending point, I'd say.
yeah, dude. I feel like we came full circle, and we got a lot of good content this week. A lot of good anecdotes. Caleb, I swear to God, if you don't show us the wind power thing right after this, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry.
Maybe I'll upload that to YouTube as a separate video.
Yes.
Our live reactions.
Oh my god. It'll probably be super cringy looking back on it.
I'm not gonna.
I don't like my younger self.
Um,
Even yesterday, younger self me is super cringy.
Just a day ago.
Yeah.
looking back on yesterday, man. Oh man.
Dude, I can't
Cringe.
believe I slept in 5 extra minutes yesterday, dude. Oh, so cringe.
Oh, cringe, dude.
Yeah. We thank all of you who came into the stream and talked to us. We thank you for keeping us company.
You the real ones.
Yeah, make
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
make sure you use your Twitch Primes, and you'll have access to the Chinos Show Minecraft server whenever it gets turned on. To our YouTube viewers, hit that motherfucking bell and press subscribe.
Get that subscribe button, hit that button.
Like I said, first hearted comment on the video for this VOD gets access to the Minecraft server when it comes up. That was the worst idea. Oh, Blaine, please stop. It's funny, even the black screen looks bad.
Yeah, it still looks horrible.
It's like streaky. Anyway. Blaine, please.
Oh shit. That just shot across the room. Sorry about that.
See.
See,
All right, yeah. Tomorrow you're gonna look back on yourself right now and be like, "Damn, that was so cringe that I did that."
What'd you even cover
Yeah.
it with? Your thumb?
headband.
Yeah. To all our Spotify listeners, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
it. I think that's it for the Chinos show this week. Anything
Forever.
else? Anything to add,
Yeah,
boys?
we're done.
Final words.
Mark my words. On the whenever we decide to end the Chino show, our final words will be to our Spotify listeners, "Fuck you," and then it's gonna be the end.
Yeah.
Weather section next week is probably gonna be much less exciting.
Yeah, weather section. We got a lot of content out of this week.
I don't know. We might have to go specific. I'm thinking air speeds.
UV.
Yeah, UV
exposure.
radiation. I'm thinking air quality.
Barometric pressure.
Oh yeah, air quality's a big one.
Barometric pressure.
Yeah,
in the middle of
dude.
winter.
Cloud coverage.
I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna pull out my barometer and tell you.
Front development.
Yeah, dude. Electric charge.
It's gonna be a big deal.
Might as well
a
just do
big
the weather for the entire hour.
We should get. We actually know a meteorologist. We should get him on here to talk about. No, seriously, that'd be pretty cool.
Ooh.
We'll talk about it after. His
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah,
Go ahead and
thanks.
dox him.
Thanks for Charles Dank, CD.
He's already a meteorologist.
Well, he's in school for it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, thanks everyone for coming to chill, and we'll see you.
Thanks, and we're sorry.
Yeah. Apologies for this.
Yeah,
All right,
we'll
cut
do
it.
better. We'll do better next week, guys.
We're
see
sorry.
You, see you then.
We're just gonna apologize every
Yeah.
episode.
Same thumbnail, same title every time. All right, peace out, everybody.
Peace.